So, what do you do when you're stuck in a stew, needing to make one more special with nothing coming to you? Have a silly crossover, you crazy gafew! The Grinch, Grinches, the Cat in the Hat is the Dr. Seuss special no one knew they wanted, and probably still weren't asking for. Made after Fritz Freeling parted ways with David DePatie, it became the only Seuss production handled by Marvel. So I'm sure everyone is now wondering if the Cat in the Hat was in the final battle of Endgame. It also had the dubious need to recast its main characters due to all of their previous voice actors having died. What was the end result? Let's get into it and get Seuss Month all over with. Okay, right off the bat, I do laugh at how the special credits Dr. Seuss as the writer, and then lists Ted Geisel as co-producer, as if these were two separate people. This may have been the case for the other specials as well, but this was where I really noticed it. However, we are then immediately forced to contend with some continuity issues from the previous Grinch specials. So I guess the Grinch gave up his cave on Mount Crumpet and moved into this hilltop house in the valley? And I guess he got another dog and named him Max as well? Best thing I can come up with. So for whatever reason, the Grinch gets up on the right side of the bed this morning and is actually feeling happy and chipper. So he needs to be called out on this by his inner grump from the mirror.
I see nothing to whistle about. You must be out of your head, no doubt. I think the time has come for thee to repeat the Grinch's oath with me.
Supposedly, this is the spirit of his dad calling him out on what a Grinch is supposed to be. And yes, this is going to be crucial to where this plot goes.
A Grinch is uncheerful, uncouth, and unclean. Now say this together. I'm frightfully mean.
I still say the Grouch anthem is a lot more catchy.
Prove I'm a Grinch. Ha!
That's not that uncommonly evil. I'm pretty sure Exxon made that feature standard on all cars back when this show was made. So we now switch over to our other star of the show, the Cat in the Hat himself, who is now voiced by Mason Adams, who you may recognize as the guy from the old Smucker's Jam commercials. Yeah, no doubt on that one.
When cats put on their picnic hats and go outside to play.
It looks like the cat has retired from invading and wrecking the homes of innocent children, and now just hangs out in the countryside having picnics by himself while trying to sing goodwill and positivity all over the land. Why do I feel like half my colleagues online are already rooting for the Grinch here? Especially since what first gets the cat on the Grinch's bad side is the cat just left his car in the middle of the road. Yeah, I know parking may not be easy to come by in this valley, but yeah, that's pretty inconsiderate. By the way, the Grinch is voiced by Bob Holt, and I will say he does a close enough job trying to replicate Boris Karloff. It's not Kevin Michael Richardson doing James Avery, but it's passable. This drives the Grinch to play bumper cars with the cat. Problem is, the Grinch is a bit ignorant about road signs. Thank goodness for him this isn't on Rainbow Road, am I right? Okay, so two things about the cat now. One, he says so many nonsensical words that it would make Benoit Blanc's head spin.
In this world of complexitous complication.
And two, who designed that driveway of his? What a waste of gas driving into that place. But somehow the Grinch gets past the cat's security and invades his home with a device that causes him to speak in garbled tongues like an old cassette tape being rewinded. See, there you go again, Rowdy! Talking about cassettes and other things half your audience knows nothing about! And then after one big villain song on how he's gonna use this device to control what everyone says, the Grinch just leaves and never uses the device on the public again. Instead, he then moves to his next evil invention, a dark house that casts beams of darkness on the cat. Okay, I'm starting to think the Grinch has ADD or something. The cat appears to go with the or something, because he then goes into full psychotherapist mode in trying to figure out why the Grinch is so, well, Grinchy.
Is there something in your family tree that causes Grinch delinquency?
Absolutely not.
The Grinch's response to this is to go completely psychedelic on the whole town. Okay, I was really not planning to have a pink elephant scene in the Dr. Seuss special. Actually, though, maybe I should have been. It ultimately leads to the cat forming an entire mob to take out the Grinch. Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting. Just what will the cat and his mob do to this old Grinch?
Oh, soften your heart. Remember your mother. Everyone, even a Grinch, had a mother who taught him of love between one and another.
Yes, they kill him with kindness, singing this horribly off-key song about him remembering his mother.
Remember your sweet mother's eyes, she adored you. Remember how hard mother worked to afford you.
This whole thing makes the Grinch's past seem really creepy. If that was his father in the mirror telling him to be the biggest Grinch possible, while his mother was actually this kind, caring human being, I don't think I want to know what happened between those two. But the whole plan works, as it drives the Grinch to dismantle the whole dark house gizmo, and then use the sound disrupt whatever on the guy in the mirror. And that's it! That's how the whole thing ends. Do the Grinch and the cat actually bond and become friends over this? Does the cat go back to terrorizing children with the help of his things? We never find out! I don't know, this whole thing still just felt kinda half-assed to me. It has all the elements of a classic Dr. Seuss special, but almost none of the heart that went with the ones many loved. I get the feeling Seuss was contractually obligated to make one more TV special and was running on fumes at the time, and he just threw something together with both of his most well-known characters. It being made right at the tail end of animation's dark age probably didn't help matters. There wouldn't be another TV special based on a Dr. Seuss work until 1989, when Ralph Bakshi, of all people, adapted the Butter Battle book, which, for what it's worth, Seuss declared to be the most faithful of all adaptations of his work. Maybe I'll get around to that one someday, as well as the last special, Daisy Head Maisie. But for now, oh boy, people, stock up on the insulin, because this summer, the saccharin is going into overdrive. Strawberry-flavored saccharin.